Let's off to the side and prepare a new one.
Cinnamon review. Is this from Chelsea Bakery or Chelsea?
It's from the Stone House Bakery, I think it's called. But they sell all their stuff at Agricole, just like a local pharmacy.
Okay. Okay. The cinnamon I had in Paris was so sticky. I thought it was gonna pull my teeth out. But like, it had so much thick, sugary, like goop. It was really good, but I like bit into it and I was like, oh no, like, my teeth might be stuck. That's really good.
Amazing. Baked fresh this morning.
Excellent. It tastes like a homemade baked good. Like,
I know.
It just has that freshness about
Just
it.
the layers. Hold the layers. Is it focusing? I can't tell.
Probably. It took me forever to learn how to use it. I'm not a camera person.
The beauty of the layers.
Okay.
Oh, you tap on it.
Alright, show us the beauty of the layers again. Lovely. Beautiful. I think that's focused. I spilled my coffee into my saucer.
Pastries with coffee.
This is really good. It's like a little bit salty.
So when they make them on the last full, they integrate into the sweet sugar sauce. That's why it has this
Okay.
So it's challenging because the part of it is on salt crystals.
Oh, interesting.
It's like made very carefully.
How do you know so much about this? I love that it's salty though.
One of the hydroelectric dams that powers the city. I got a Captain's Reuben with like pastrami, corned beef, all that good stuff. So it's got like extra meat in it. And then the pickle.
Potato salad.
It's like neon green.
I forget what this is called. Sheila's?
Something. Chicken cutlet.
Like a chicken cutlet with... I think they gave me a Reuben.
I mean, look at that.
I don't think this is a chicken cutlet rib.
Oh, we had the wrong. This one's
Oh,
yours.
okay. It's like, what's going on?
This one's yours. That's
Okay.
the chicken. That one has a chicken cutlet on it.
Yeah.
Now I'm wishing I got it now because it was incredible.
Well, we can like trade
half
and
and
do
half.
half and half. Yeah.
Let's do that.
That would be more fun. Okay. Well, I'll just... filming an intro very late, I feel like, into this vlog. I was gonna film one this morning, and then like things got kind of like busy. I'm not sure if this is going to just be like a weekend vlog or if it's going to be like just several days in my life, including the weekend. I'm in Michigan right now, in Ann Arbor. I'm actually in the area for a singles event, which is fun, I guess. A friend invited me and I was like, why not? Like, I may as well go to a singles event. And I've been to singles events hosted by people I know, but I've never been to a singles event hosted by strangers. So I texted Drew, my cousin, who lives in this area, and we had been like talking about making plans to hang out all summer. And I was like, well, I'm gonna be in the area like this weekend. He's like, I'm free. So we've been hanging out like yesterday and today. We went to a cider mill in a nearby town. It was super cute. We got donuts and apple cider, and then we tried to sit by the creek, and we were swarmed with yellow jackets. So we had to beat a hasty retreat after we like quickly ate our donuts. And then we came into Ann Arbor and we got coffee and we walked around the Arboretum, which was really beautiful. And we just had like lots of deep, meaningful conversations. And then we hung out together again today. And got coffee. We got sandwiches from a local deli, walked around the campus. We went up to Barton Pond, and he showed me around like just more of the places in the area I hadn't been to. I need to get on the road because I need to like get over to the place where the retreat is being held. I'm not going to film the retreat because that would be really strange. But maybe I'll recap it for you after it's over. I don't know what the rest of the weekend will look like after that. I might like continue filming a few days and make this like a week in my life, but I'm not really sure where it goes from here. Again, it's now Sunday afternoon and the retreat has ended. Originally we were going to go to church this morning, but the morning session of the retreat was supposed to end at 10, and what ultimately ended up happening was that we packed it beforehand, and then that last session just went on for a really long time. So we didn't end up leaving until like 11. And we were gonna go get brunch with some friends that we made. My friend who is there with me and I keep saying we, and I haven't explained who he is. My friend who is there and I, we made some friends with a group of women who were also there. And so we were planning to get brunch, and I got some recommendations from Drew, but when we got to the restaurant, it was like an hour wait, and we were like, we're not gonna do that. And they wouldn't see the Arboretum because I had told them about it. So we walked around a bit and then got coffee. I got a brown sugar sea salt latte, and it was so dark. I had to have the barista dump out some of it and add more milk. And it doesn't really taste like brown sugar. It's okay. I'm kind of like debating once I finish it getting another coffee. And right now I'm walking to Zingerman's cafe, like their next door cafe, to see if they have any Bostock. Bostock is like, it's kind of like almond croissants, but with bread, and it's really, really good. So I'm hoping they have some. Foolish, I know, but you always keep a figment of my mind, guiding me back ashore in my darkest days. Stopped in Thistle and Best to look at their jewelry. I have a ring that they they carry. I don't know if they carry it anymore. I think it was discontinued, but it's from the jewelry designer Alex Monroe. And it's a British designer who does really beautiful, like, nature-inspired jewelry. And I've gotten into collecting fine jewelry and like the last couple of years, and they have so many beautiful pieces. I don't really know what I want to get next. I think I might want to get a necklace, and I already got a ring this year. And it's fun when you have like a little extra money to spend to think about like what you want to get next. But I also have to remind myself, like, it's okay to take time and like just find the things that you like. And like the rate of getting like one piece of jewelry a year is very fast. I definitely didn't buy anything, but I was trying on some different rings just for fun. Try to see what would go with what I already have. I have a silver ring. It used to be rose gold. It was plated. Now it's just silver. That my parents gave me. It's a morganite, and it really needs cleaned. So I don't know if you can see that. And then I have this floral one. That's the Alex Monroe one. It has a little bee on it. It's over there right now. And then this sapphire and like diamond dome crescent ring, or like croissant ring. And I got that on a trip to Charleston earlier this year. But now I don't really know what goes with all three of those. So it's kind of like it takes time to choose things that will last. So I'm in Ohio now. I actually decided to go home through Toledo because I had a return to do at Abercrombie. I went to Bibi Bop. I love Bibi Bop. And I got a bowl with noodles. I love their sweet potato glass noodles. I always get their Korean barbecue beef. My camera died, so I'm switching to my phone. I always get their glass noodles with bean sprouts, kimchi, broccoli, corn, cheese, and then there's sesame, ginger, and sriracha sauce. Or, no, the gochujang. But they're out of gochujang, so I had to get sriracha. So hopefully I like it. I also got miso soup because I like miso soup. I don't have a Bibi Bop near me, so this is a treat. I mean, how good does that look? Miso soup. It's really hot. Oh, that always hits the spot. It's so good. I forgot to grab napkins. I currently have a leak in my back right tire. You know how your like tire pressure changes when the weather changes? Or the weather's been changing, and so at the beginning of the last week I like kept getting a notification that like all my tires were low, and I knew it was just the weather, but it kept being like left front tire is low, and then all of them would be low. And so my dad like filled them all with air, so they should have been fine. But then when I got up here on Thursday, actually no, Friday morning, I got in my car and turned it on, and it was like right rear tire is low. So I must have picked up a staple or a nail on the way up. So I went to a gas station, and like a big girl, I figured out how to fill my tire up. I did not know how to use the pressure gauge, so I just kind of filled it until it looked less deflated. But then this morning I had to fill it up again, and I figured out how to use the tire gauge this time, and I probably like overfilled it last time, because when it hit like 340 psi, it did not look more inflated. But when I got in my car, the like sensor was like fixed. So I think I can see a staple in it, and it's not on the sidewall, thankfully. So my dad will be able to patch it for me when I get home. But it does make me a little nervous because I have like a couple hours to drive, and I've never had a flat tire. Yeah, I'm in Toledo. Did I say that? I think I said that. I went home by going south, and then I'll go west, which is a little different than I'd usually go. now a few days later. It has been a week since I started this vlog, and I did not vlog anything after Sunday. So I think I'm gonna scratch the whole like week in my life thing and just like recap what's happened the last few days. It's been super busy since I got home, and when it's really busy, I'm not in the mindset of like pick up a camera and vlog. It's like the last thing I want to do because I'm just focused on getting through the day. So what happened after Sunday was I got home okay Sunday night. I had to stop one more time pretty close to home and put more air in my back tire. But I got home fine. All was well. I came out to my car Monday morning. I like started pulling out, and then I saw the notification. I was like, oh, like we have an air compressor. And I was like, maybe I'll grab my brother. And then I was like, let me see how low it is, because up to that point it had been like a little bit deflated. Like you could see it was flatter, but it wasn't flat by any means. So I went around, and it was just like pancaked. It was so flat. totally flattened. And I was like, oh, okay, I don't think I can drive my car like this. Like, I don't think putting air on that tire like would be safe, because if it's that flat, then like it's obviously losing air really quickly. And that night my dad was looking at my tire and trying to figure out where the leak was, and he couldn't find it anywhere. He was like, there was no nail, no staple. Whatever I saw was just a figment of my imagination. And he took the whole thing off and was checking the back. And this is a cautionary tale for girls who frequently curb their car, like me. The reason you shouldn't do it is because you can bend your rim, and then your rim might break. And that's what happened to mine. So my rim had a huge crack in it, and that was allowing air into the tire. So the tire was fine, which is nice, because I think a new tire would be more expensive than the rim that I ended up getting. We looked at a junkyard nearby and found like a cosmetically imperfect rim. So it ended up being like $50, which is so much cheaper than it would have been otherwise. And then like getting it swapped out was like $20. So like the whole thing cost me like $75, which is money I wish I didn't have to spend. But at the same time, like I feel like things to do with cars and wheels especially can be so much more expensive than that. So I'm really thankful that it didn't cost more. I'm really thankful that I made it home okay on Sunday, because I was driving down like side roads. I was out in the middle of nowhere, between like Toledo and like the Indiana state line. It was just like emptiness, nothing for miles. I didn't take the interstate because, one, I didn't want to pay for it, and secondly, I didn't want to drive really fast on my wheel knowing that it was losing air. I feared that it would like go flat suddenly, and I didn't want to like break down. But I'm really glad I didn't break down out in the middle of nowhere, because then I would have had to get towed, because it turns out I did not have a spare tire. So I'm just so thankful for all of the protection that was around me. And like God was really watching out for me on the way home Sunday. Yeah, and then I also had some dental work done this week. So it's been an expensive week. Hopefully the rest of the month doesn't shape up to be as pricey. And now I'm at work. So today I'm going to try to paint and probably catch up on some administrative stuff. It's October now. I feel like my sales are starting to pick up, which is typical for this time of year. And I need to like update my inventory. I need to make sure that all of the new wrapping paper I just ordered is in stock. I just ordered thousands and thousands of pieces of wrapping paper. I need to make sure I have enough bags for it, enough labels. I ordered a bunch of gift tags. I need to make sure they have enough labels, enough boxes. I need to order all this stuff. So I'm hoping to get some painting done today, but it's not guaranteed by any means. This might just be kind of an administrative day. I also said that I would recap the retreat for you. I'm glad I went. I had a really enjoyable time. It was nice to not be there alone and like have someone else with me that I knew. And I made a few friends. Came away like feeling really refreshed and encouraged. If you're like 25 or up and single, I would like totally recommend it to anyone who's looking for like more Christians to connect with, or putting themselves in the path of other singles and looking for a relationship. I'm pretty sure I was the youngest person there, so it definitely leaned toward like an older crowd. I don't mean older, I just mean like not college students or like people who are like fresh out of high school. There was no one there like that. So if you're like in your early 30s or in your late 30s, I think the majority of the crowd was around those ages, and so like these might be your people. I'll say I did not love the venue that it was at, but based on things that people who had attended other retreats said, I wouldn't
let that keep me from going to another one in the future, because it sounds like the venue is just kind of a one-off thing. I don't think that I'd ever done one there before. The beds were really uncomfortable and the food was not very good. But I don't know how you would like vet a venue like that before hosting something like an event. So I gotta cut the organizers some slack, and the other ones that people had been to sounded really, really nice by comparison. So I would certainly be open to going to another one of these events again. The organization is called the Christian Singles Hub. Single Christians Hub? One or the other. They're on Instagram and they have a website. It was nice to meet like other Christians who are in like the same stage of life, even if we're like very different ages, very different backgrounds, different jobs. Like we were all there like sharing the experience of being single Christians. So especially if you're like lacking community and you're looking for other people who are in the same stage of life as you, then I would totally recommend one of these events. I also had a really enjoyable weekend with my cousin, and I always love going up to the Ann Arbor area. I kind of wish I had vlogged more, but I wasn't sure. I'm never sure going into like situations where I'm with other people if they'll be comfortable with me pulling out my camera. And Drew is just like totally into it. He has his own YouTube channel actually. He does piano arrangements and sometimes does like trios or duets with other musicians as well, so you should totally check out his channel. He's very cool and a very good musician. And I think that's where I'm gonna wrap up this vlog, because it's now been a week. That is a week in my life. Not a typical week in my life, but maybe in the future I'll do a typical week in my life. I honestly don't know how vloggers that just do like a week in my life do it, because like I said, when I'm in like the thick of a busy week, the last thing I'm thinking about is getting my camera out. Thank you for joining me on this adventurous vlog. If you enjoyed watching, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're subscribed, thank you for subscribing. And I'll see you again next time.